Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back with another Fortnite video, and in today's video, I want to share with you guys the best settings to use to edit twice as fast. So if you guys are looking to increase your editing speed, definitely stay to the end of the video because I want to share with you guys a little tip that I use that really helps me out a ton when it comes to improving my editing speed here in Fortnite, so definitely stay to the end. And real quick, before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. I give away 2,000 V-Bucks every single Friday, so if you guys would like to participate in the next giveaway and win some free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on the video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Hit the notification bell, and as well leave a comment down below of your Xbox gamertag, PSN gamertag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered. If you guys would like to support them in the item shop, all you guys have to do is go down to the bottom right, click on support a creator, type in my creator code, which is Young Humor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator. And lastly, I'm super excited to announce my new merch. You guys can find it in the link in the description or the pinned comment if you guys are interested. Definitely get a long sleeve t-shirt or a hoodie if you guys like it. And with that being said, let's get right to the video. Alright, so here in this video, I want to share with you guys how to improve your editing speed. Now, for me, when it comes to improving my editing speed, what I really mean is improving your editing consistency, because the more consistent of an editor you are, the faster that you will be. Because just increasing your sensitivity really doesn't do that much good if you're kind of sloppy with it and you're just kind of not having the control that you need to edit consistently. So as for the settings that I have, my build mode is on a 1.8, my editing mode is on a 1.3. 47% on both, and as you can see, my bottom settings, I do like linear. Linear is very good for building and also editing. It's a lot more smooth than playing on exponential because you have your raw stick input. So when you move your analog stick, it moves without any sort of like slows. So linear is great if you aren't playing on linear. I highly recommend it for if you are trying to improve your building and editing. Just playing on linear really is going to help out a lot. And also, one thing to mention, whenever I was making this video, for some reason I was lagging pretty bad. You can see like the little X over my Wi-Fi thing in the top left. For whatever reason, I was like on 2 ping, but I was lagging. So I was like actually lagging on like 2 ping, which doesn't make any sense. So as far as my building editing sensitivity is a 1.8 and a 1.3. And the reason being, I really like having a lower editing sensitivity. Now, to showcase why I like that, and I have talked about a little bit in previous videos, but I really want to talk about it in this one. So a specific edit is this top 3 corner edit on a wall. Now, if you play on a higher editing sensitivity, you can do this consistently with enough practice, but it is a little bit weird because you do need that fine stick just control to be able to do this edit consistently, or as consistent as you want. So this edit in particular, and a lot of wall edits, are actually much more better and preferred to play on a lower editing sensitivity because you have that fine control that you don't have with a higher sense. So playing on a little bit lower sensitivity, like a 1.3 or a 1.4, is going to make this edit specifically much easier to pull off in game, and that is such an important edit because it just gives you so many options in a 1v1 fight. So as I said, you want to have your editing mode on about a 1.3 or 1.4 is probably the best. I had mine on 1.3. I typically like, if you guys watch my other videos, I do like lower sensitivities. That's just kind of my preference. But a 1.4 or even like a 1.5, just anything a little bit lower than you're currently playing on, as you're going to be able to see, I'm much more consistent and I have way more control over this edit on this comparatively to how it was just a second ago when I had it on like a 2.0 and I try to do this exact same edit. It's much more consistent, and because of the consistency and the control that I have, it's actually faster to play on this lower sensitivity, at least for me, than to play on a higher sensitivity, because it would make sense that the higher sense you play on, the faster that you would be. But if you play on a lower sensitivity, just having that fine stick control could actually improve your editing speed. Now, one thing you are going to notice is if you play on a little bit lower editing sensitivity, like a 1.3, 1.4, one thing to keep in mind, it's going to be very difficult, if not almost impossible, to do like crazy triple edits. But unless you're like a super creative warrior and you're just trying to improve at the game, you're trying to get more consistent edits, I highly recommend playing on a low edit mode sensitivity. As for the reasons I discussed, editing walls is just so much easier to do. You're going to be much more accurate. You're not going to mess up as much. And it's just going to be much easier to hit that shot afterwards because you're going to know exactly where your crosshair is. You're not like kind of just flicking and praying to get the edit. So a lower editing sensitivity is going to be the way to go. As I mentioned, the biggest negative to it is you can't do like crazy like triple edits or something that's just more like something you would only do in creative type of edits. If you're just doing like wall edits, like you're just playing a normal game, you're just going for cone edits, maybe just double edits, you're going to be completely fine, and this strategy is going to be highly effective. And one other thing to mention as well, if you're just changing your sensitivity, it's usually best to only change it by 1 or 2 points, no more than like 3 or 4, because if you change your sensitivity too much, it's going to be very hard to adjust to that muscle memory, which is really important if you want to be able to be a consistent player. So you really want to just adjust your sensitivity by 1 or 2 points each day. That way you can kind of get used to it, so it doesn't feel like really weird. Like if you get into a fight and you just drastically raise or lower your sensitivity, you're just going to be missing all of your shots. Your edits and builds are just going to feel really out of control. So that way, if you are changing your sensitivity by adjusting it by just a couple points here and there every few days, it's going to be much easier to adjust to the new sensitivity, and it's just going to feel a lot cleaner and better than before. And also you can fine tune and see exactly what you like, because as I said, I recommend a lower editing sensitivity, but maybe for you, you only like you like a 1.8 or a 1.7 and you previously played on a 2, then that also works as well. Just adjusting it slowly so you can find exactly what works best for you, because everyone has their different preferences. As I mentioned, I do highly prefer on any game that I play to be on a lower sensitivity. I feel much better when it comes to aiming, and it's just much better overall for me. Some people like the higher sensitivities, and some people like a little bit in between. But all in all, I do highly recommend giving this a try. It's something that I have been using, and I mentioned a few times in my last like couple videos, but I wanted to make a full video on it and explaining exactly why there's just certain edits that are just going to be much more consistent with a slower editing sensitivity as opposed to a higher one. So I do really recommend you give this a try and let me know how it is down in the comments below. But with that being said, I really do appreciate you guys watching the video. If you guys could, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Hit that notification bell so you guys can get notified every single time I upload a new video. I know I haven't uploaded as much recently, but I'm going to be uploading a lot more. So just make sure you hit that notification bell so you can see every time I upload a brand new video. But with that being said, I really appreciate you guys watching the video. And alright guys, I'll see you next one.